The smell of wet pavement always reminds me of the night I realized my wife was a ghost. Not the kind that haunts old houses. No, the kind that sits across from you at dinner, drinks expensive wine, and smiles with a face that belongs to a corpse. We've been married 10 years. I'm Julian, a journalist for the Post. My wife, Ilara, was the perfect partner. Quiet, supportive, magnetic. But an hour ago, I found her emergency kit hidden in the crawlspace behind the HVAC. It wasn't the stacks of $100 bills that froze my blood. It was the Oregon driver's license at the bottom. It had her face, but the name read, Claire Montgomery. According to a digital archive I just pulled up, Claire Montgomery died in a high-speed chase with the FBI in 2014. The woman in my kitchen isn't my wife. I don't even know who she is. It started with a glitch, a ring notification at 2 a.m. while I was at the office. The footage showed a man in a charcoal suit on our porch. He didn't knock. He didn't ring the bell. He just held up a single playing card, the Queen of Hearts, and walked away. I asked Ilara about it the next morning. "Probably just a drunk frat boy, honey," she said, flipping a pancake with surgical precision. But her eyes, those sharp, emerald eyes, didn't match her smile. They were scanning the backyard, looking for something in the tree line. That's when I knew. The journalist in me woke up, and for the first time in a decade, I started investigating my own life. I waited until she left for her volunteer shift at the library. The lock on her hidden box was professional grade. I had to use a crowbar and a lot of pent-up rage to get it open. Inside was the life of a stranger. 3 different passports, a burner phone buzzing with encrypted messages, and a newspaper clipping from 10 years ago. The headline read, "Syndicate Enforcer Perishes in Warehouse Blast." The woman in the photo was being loaded into an ambulance. It was Ilara. But the article identified her as Claire Montgomery, a key witness who had supposedly died of her injuries 2 days later. "Looking for something, Jules?" I spun around. Ilara stood on the stairs, silhouetted by the light. She was holding a Glock 19. My heart slammed into my throat. She wasn't the soft librarian I'd kissed goodbye. She looked cold. "Lethal. Who are you?" I whispered. She stepped into the light. "I'm the woman who's kept you safe for 10 years. Put the box down, Julian. They're here." The power cut at exactly 9 p.m. The sound of the back sliding door shattering was like a gunshot. "Stay low. Go to the pantry," she hissed. I've covered war zones, but I've never heard the sound of suppressed gunfire in my own kitchen. Thwip. Thwip. The drywall next to my head exploded into white dust. Ilara moved with terrifying grace. She slid across the hardwood, returning fire. A man's grunt echoed from the dining room, followed by a heavy thud. "Julian, the garage, now!" We sprinted through the dark, the house smelling of cordite and expensive candles. Just as a flash bang detonated behind us, my world turned white. My name is Julian. I used to write the news. Now, I'm just trying to survive the night. But as we piled into a car I didn't even know we owned, I realized something terrifying. Ilara wasn't just running from the bad guys. She was running from the people I thought were the good guys. Who is really chasing us? And what happened to the $30 million? Find out in part 2.